my little corner of the world. This is Casey's Corner. Surprise! New corner again. I'm probably gonna also say that on the unboxing video if you watch that. So if you're watching this one first and then that one, you already know we are. It's winter season. It's getting cold. So we are inside of my. Usually I've been on the porch. This year doing most of my Casey's Corner filming this year. So now we're moving in here. Look at that. Surprise. Anyways, so hi, it's Wednesday. It's Witchcraft Wednesday, and I got up to some witchcraft this weekend. Yay! Welcome to my DFW Pagan Unity Fest vlog. My Wednesday vlog, my what's Witchcraft Wednesday vlog. There we go. Words, man. What's in the book stack? That's not this one. That's a different one. It's fine. I'm out of practice. But I'm trying to get back into the habit of more vlogging again on this channel, my main Casey's Corner channel, not the vertical social ones, the other ones. Hi, we're horizontal mode. Unless this is one of those promotional things. Anyways, so yeah, it's been a while since I've been in this vlogging habit as far as this style. I had to take a break. I know I started this channel doing a bunch of different series and then I had to learn a lot of things. And then I had to get through this past 2 years. And here we are. So yeah, I'm getting back in the habit of things. That's and if you've been following me on my socials, you kind of get this. Same with I've also been trying to get back into blogging more, and I have a blog over on my Ko-fi, and lots of things. So check that out. So if you're new around here, hi, hello. You can find out the rest of the stuff that I do on my website, welcometocaseyscorner.com. I also have a Ko-fi page, and various socials, but you can find all of that on my website and everything else linked below. So for those who don't know, I am community coordinator for the DFW Pagan Unity Fest. That's the title I came up with because I do a lot of different things for the event and for the community, and that's just kind of the thing that takes over, that encompasses all that I do. I content create here, on Casey's Corner and my various platforms. I'm one of the moderators and do monthly group spells and various things over for the Witch Amateur Hour podcast. I also am part of the Hive House for the Your Average Witch podcast and Crepuscular Conjuration, her platform, that Kim, the witch behind Your Average Witch, that she does. So go check that stuff out. Again, if you're new around here, I'm just and I've done interviews over there. So yeah, let's get back into it. Focus. So my thing for the past 10 years and what we were celebrating this past weekend was the 10-year anniversary of the DFW Pagan Unity Fest. This event has been something that has real close to my heart because I was a volunteer the first year it existed. That was a really tough year for me a decade ago. It was a year I decided that I was gonna find my place in the community, even though I was really afraid. I really couldn't talk. I had recently had a bad experience trying to kind of put myself out there and as my first time around, as far as we had moved to this new area and trying to meet new pagans and things and witches and build community, right? Trying to, rebuild that community feel. My Christian family had, and you could get kind of adjacent around that, but I wasn't, I'm not Christian, so I wasn't a part of it. But I'm also a solitary practitioner. Like, I'm a solitary person. I don't like being part of organized religions of any sort. It's one of the reasons I decided like Wicca wasn't for me. If you can hear more about that over on my What Makes a Hedgewitch series. Ooh, look at me learning the things. But yeah, for all of those reasons is why I was very determined to find places where I could build community and challenge myself to put myself out there. And so one of the first things I did was find an event that I could volunteer for. That was looking for volunteers. That was originally it was the DFW Pagan Pride, and then the following year, it became after things happened, it ended up becoming the DFW Pagan Unity Fest. And you can find news articles. I'll link that below, kind of telling that story more. But my part in it and my point is I was there. It was my second year volunteering for vendor setup, and my thought process there was get there early with less people, and I would have a script, and my script was like, hi, I'm here to help you set up, and then I would be given a task. Physical tasks really help manage the anxiety, and that that's my gateway drug to all this that I do now. Because here we are 10 years later, and for the past 5 years, I've been part of the coordinating committee. I've also been part of, oh gosh, maybe it's been more than 5 years. I don't even know anymore, but it's at least been the past like 5 years I've been doing hosting monthly group spells and teaching more and traveling and learning to embrace and use my own voice a lot more, and volunteering with this event and taking the classes that I did, doing the workshops or those early years, becoming more and more involved in the community, getting to know the vendors, especially the folks over at like Hearth Wisdom Store. That was the first time I met them. They were one of the vendors at the Pagan Unity Fest, and then I went to their classes at like their tiniest little location, and learned to make witch ladders, and here we are all these years later, and it's been really great seeing the way they've grown in the community, and just the entire pagan community here in DFW. There was a time when I didn't think I'd find anybody anywhere, and now, gosh, there are markets every weekend. You can't throw stones without hitting a witch or a pagan around here. Please don't throw stones at us. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that. Cause yeah, it is also in that period of time, it has been something to see the way the community, has gone from feeling like we had no place in the Metroplex to be safe, and we have minimal places in the Metroplex, like no place in Texas, and to feeling like, wow, there were times when I've questioned, did this event even still need to be a thing? Because there were so many pagan and witch markets and safe places, and just, events, festivals. There's so many things that at times has had me wondering, like, is there still a place for us? And if I don't know, this celebrating 10 years, looking back at the work we've done, the growth in the community, the growth from our vendors over the years and what they've gone on to do, like the little ripples. Like we've been a little pebble, and seeing the people in our community that have been a part of our event over the years, the way they've gone on to grow, and the ripples that they've spread, I'm gonna get emotional. Like that's definitely reminded me of why there has been a place for us, and why I, for one, have done so much work over the years, especially over the past few years, to speak up for this event, to speak up for this community here in North Texas, to speak up for the solitary practitioners, hedge witches, and everyone else that's not existing within an established like coven circle organization that feels like they don't really have a place, an event, that feels like maybe there isn't a place to find community or whatever, to show that for people like me with all the high anxiety and neurodivergent, just to say, hey, there's a place for you. There's a way you can find that strength within yourself to do the scary things, and really make a difference. And that is definitely what my class was about this year. This year I taught Webs of Community. That's the witchcraft I did. See, we're getting there. Thank you so much, first of all, to everybody that was able to come to my class, everybody that has been a part of developing my Fear to Power class series that got me to because this community aspect of this series, when I first thought of it, I definitely wanted to address like 3 big fears. That one, my own deep fear that helped me kind of start this journey, the fear of spiders, and how I work to overcome that for the sake of my family, and for reclaiming my own power over that fear. I really hated how it manipulated me, and people used it to manipulate me. And the fear of snakes, because I've never been afraid of snakes, but that was another important part of my journey over these past 10 years, of how my own relationship with snakes, and us, having snakes, and seeing people, learn from my journey with spiders and apply that to their own journey with snakes, and having all these discussions with me about it. And then the third thing I wanted to do, the third, chapter of this class series, was community. And this was like, few people knew this from the beginning, that this was from the beginning a 3-part project. So big thanks to those who did know and who encouraged me along the way to keep going. Getting to this community part of it, and beginning to do community focused magic, witchcraft, energy work, whatever you want to call it. Doing that in public, not just online, not just behind the screen through this filter, doing it with my own vocal words, and not typing, not through the filter of typing, and that editing process, because this is definitely, it's a different part of my brain, communicating in this way. And that's a huge milestone, getting to do this in person in a class, and I'm probably going to be processing that for a long time. So big thanks to those who came out and were a part of that. My goal with this one was kind of to weave all of these lessons I've learned with the ways I have been learning how, together, us, singulars, our individual is stronger with those threads of community, and how we have each something to give, and it may not be, we all have something different to give. So in my class, I had everybody pick a color of thread, and then to create their web, I asked everybody to get at least a couple different colors from somebody else in the class, and kind of discuss what those colors meant to them, why they chose that, as a way of kind of learning how to look through, that looking through our community members' perspective can help inform our own and make our own stronger. How that is beneficial to help how it's a good thing and not necessarily a bad thing, and how we are stronger because of our diversity and our diverse gifts we have to give. So that was really special. I was very nervous. I'm really grateful, as always, for the people who are so patient with me in my classes. I'm also, what keeps me going is those moments where at least one or two people, if I am blessed enough, a whole bunch later, but at least like the day of my class and during my class, I'll at least have a few important conversations where somebody will say, hey, this thing you said really stuck with me. Hey, this thing you said got me thinking about this and how this meant this to me and how I can carry this forward. So thank you so much if you're one of those people that said that and had those conversations with me, either this past weekend or at any point in time over the past few years in my classes. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so for the most part, this event was great. I am, like I said, I will be processing. I got to bring back, I really wanted this year to focus on the community stuff, the community feel, on providing a community space for young and old. So in addition to our workshops and in offering free spell kits and witchcrafting for the adults, thank you to our sponsors, me and Crepuscular Conjuration, Your Average Witch, Kim. She's been a huge support. Y'all go give her all the love. Although I'm gonna get emotional anyway. In addition to that, I also brought back the Yule Fairy this year. I love doing fairy cosplays. I may not be the most elaborate and intricate and be able to, I don't have the most time to put all the details into my costume changes as I would like at times. But just seeing the joy and the laughter that just the excitement that just bringing back this character brought this year, whether it was during the content push, getting excited for the event this year, talking about the event this year, or it was a scavenger hunt I came up with as a way to say, hey, kids are welcome. Here's a fun thing for the kiddos. And we always have these trinket prizes for the adults, and I just wanted to, and I know the past couple of years our kids corner has been a lot more quiet, as our own kids have grown up. So I wanted to kind of welcome in that next generation of kiddos, because that's been wild, and a blessing is watching a whole generation of kids come up, and seeing the next one now. We had some volunteers that they were volunteering with us in the early years, and they said they were in their mid-20s, and they were back this year. They said they were now in their mid-30s, and they had a kid with them. And they brought their kid, it was so much fun watching them run around enjoying the crafts and Yule Fairy and my scavenger hunt. And I tried a new skill. I want to learn how to do giant bubbles for my fairy cosplays, for when I'm at events doing kids stuff like this. I love that so much. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, those are a lot of the good things. I also got to give back to the community. One of my favorite things has long been the ways, as a small business owner, you know, I feel my success very much depends on my community supporting me, and that's why it's very important to me. And a big part of like my spiritual practice, my just moral practice, my own integrity, is to give back to my community and my fellow small business owners. That's why, if you haven't noticed, a big part of what I do with Casey's Corner is, you know, not only making space for people like myself, you know, that I didn't see before, but also supporting my fellow small business owners that I don't necessarily see, you know, getting the support out in the way. You know, they do get a lot of support. I'm not saying that, but my point was like, especially early on, I'm like, oh wow, this is what this person. Oh, I see these mainstream people getting that. Let's do that for my friends, my fellow small business people, pagans, which is our vendors here at the Unity Fest, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so I definitely, you know, look forward to being able to walk around and meet our vendors. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet all of our vendors this year. My time was cut short. I will talk about that a little bit in a minute. But firstly, let's just look real quick, some of my haul from this year. I got me a new Oracle deck. That's me remembering, like, my intrusive thoughts are like, you need another Oracle deck, like a hole in the head. But this one had one, I have been wanting more raccoons. I've definitely been feeling my feral raccoon energy these... Hi, there's my raccoon buddy book. Anyways, that hangs out on my desk right now. Anyways, but yeah, I got this from Squirrelox. There we go, one of our new vendors. I was excited to get to meet. I've seen them. They have consignment at a lot of our local shops. There we go. That's their logo in their card. But it was really nice visiting her booth and getting to just, I love the vibes there. She was listening to the new Florence and the Machine Val album, and we had chatted a little bit about that and stuff. And I saw this trilogy and felt really called to it. And so yeah, I had to. And I'm glad I did. Because a lot of my decks, they are... Yeah, I've said it before, a lot of the witchy stuff originally starts at like UK, British focused. And then like the next generation you really find is like New England, Pennsylvania, like that area, Appalachian focused. And then another wave comes in of like West Coast California focused. And I've been loving finally being able to find a lot of Southern and Texas, Western, like Tex-Mex type regional focus, not just like Oracle decks, but also books and all kinds of witchy stuff. It's been great. I've enjoyed this era. Yeah, I've got other things to say about witch representation and the shifting generations, but not right now. We'll talk about it another time. Another cutie patooter I got was this cute little ghosty thing. I'm gonna try and tag, you know what? I'm gonna just tag all of the vendors from this year's festival. I got a list of that. I will tag that, or like not tag, but like share the list in my description. You'll also find that over on the DFW Pagan Unity Fest website. That should be updated here soon. But you'll also find it on the event page on our Facebooks and stuff for all of our vendors. But this, I love that so much, was so cute. I also grabbed, I remember this one was from the 1111118 Market Superstore. Again with the lip, but I got a little baddie buddy hair. It's a hair clip and stuff. I really like that. I got that. I got these super cute wicked earrings. Super cute wicked earrings from Rachel Belladonna. Boop, 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 boop. let me, there we go. From Rachel Bella Donna Jewelry. I love her so much. She makes such cute jewelry, especially like I love her pop culture, like witchy crossover stuff. And super cute. She had in her in her bags, you know, for purchase and stuff, a cute little thank you goodie bag and like an oracle card. I got hematite, which reminded me to align to your wholeness. And boy, did I sit and think with that afterwards, you know, on Sunday, as I really kind of forced myself to have time to at least rest and process the day before, and kind of celebrate all this, you know, the positives and the successes. I also got these like koozies that were gifted from to me and all of our committee, everybody up at the welcome booth and stuff, from one of the organizations we had there, the Nine Faith Kindred. I also got this candle that was gifted to me from one of our vendors. Oh, and it smells so good. Oh my god, I love that so much. This one is cinnamon, by the way. It doesn't have a name of what the scent is on this one, but it is yum. I also from Moondance Design, I got, whoa, hold on, I should have thrown this. We'll just do it like this. I got some magnets. These are super cute because they had a sale and I love them so much. I love Moondance Designs. I think if you I have one of her trays I got in one of my Hearth Wisdom boxes from my old unboxings when I did the oddity box ones. Dude, I love them so much. Yeah, and this was the Christmas Aries one. You see the room? I love them. I believe that is my haul from this year's event. I've been reading the book on this, my tarot cards already, enjoying that. Also, real quick, just wanted to open this up before I get to kind of the not so fun. So we got some stickers in here in this, by the way. Got a little selenite one. Got a little trinket confetti baggie with little crystal chips and beads and things in there. I will be using for witchy things. This is super cute bracelet, which will be getting added to my friendship bracelet collection and stuff because I got it from Rachel Belladonna. She's my friend. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. That's my favorite thing is making is having vendor friends and having places where I feel like I can have a pit stop and I'm visiting a friend at like high anxiety events, and having people where you know, they will, when they get there, they come and seek me out and say, hi, hey, my friend. And that just means the world to me. So, so, hi, Rachel. If you're seeing this. And the card I got was patient. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. And I laugh because I'm an Aries. We are famously supposed to be impatient. You know, we're impatient. I internally feel impatient a lot. But I'm also constantly getting complimented on how patient I am. Because I need to be. So yeah, that was why I was kind of like, I love that card, and that made me laugh. So I will real quick just kind of touch on one of the sour notes of the day, and something that I have, as a coordinator for this event, something I've been very mindful for, and I've is keeping us safe and monitoring, you know, threats against the event, threats against our community, the way our own safety and existence, has shifted. Because when I first started working at this event and, when 10 years ago, it was a choice to get this tattoo on me. Not too long after that, I think it was, because wearing a pentacle in public, that it was still a time where people would be like, oh my gosh, they'd just be so glad to see me and be like, oh wow, I don't know anybody else like me. I just wanted to say hi because I saw your necklace or your earrings or something. But they're usually afraid, they usually don't wear that stuff because it's not safe for them to. So when I got this tatted on me, it was, and I've talked about this before, like when I was on Your Average Witch, about how that is a choice for me to be that like safe haven, to be that public, visibly seen witch, pagan, even when it's not on, in spaces where it may not always be safe. So that is why I tend to pay a lot of attention to that sort of thing. And I knew heading into this year, the threats against the pagan community and pagan events that were family friendly had been growing from certain sectors of Christian society. Last year, heading into the event, we had some people trying. They started trying a comment campaign on our event page, and I shut it down and shut down comments. But I saw where those same people were commenting on other events going on, near in the community around the same time, and I've seen how they have done a lot of harm to our community in this past year. And so I was very mindful of being concerned about them, and that there were others that may want to, there have been more and more threats across the nation this past year at pagan and witch events, and against pagan and witches, and against in our shops, even on our private spaces, our homes. So that was why when a group of men showed up, they started talking to our vendors while I was walking around with having my break from the welcome booth and everything, and getting to have my moment to kind of introduce myself to the vendors and get my goodies and things, and just have that energy exchange and have that community moment with, in our vendors village and with our guests and everything. My class was done. The community ritual is happening. But finishing up, like I was there for part of it and stuff, but this was, I needed to take my break. Well, I could take my break before the raffle happened. And these guys showed up and started proselytizing, missionary, doing their thing to some of our vendors at their booths, to the point where someone went up front, got our lead coordinator, said, hey, these guys are doing this. Can you handle them? And so she came and got me and asked me to go back up to the front, said, we have these guys doing this, they're a problem, I need to go deal with this, can you go back up front? So I did that. And unfortunately, I don't want to go into it too far here. You can see more about the conversation over on our Facebook page, where our lead coordinator, Trish, made it kind of decided to make it a public post and conversation about this incident. But I can say for me, I did not feel safe while this was happening and with those people there, especially given the further context of afterwards, of hearing more about from our guests and our vendors what happened. I know that I will be having more conversations about this in the future with my fellow coordinators. And that's pretty much it for now. All I want to say about it for now. I have lots more to say on, on what I feel is the responsibility of event coordinators at this time, for in pagan spaces and stuff. But for now, I want to keep this video focused mostly on just the success that this past weekend of witching with my community was, of doing the Webs of Community class and having this weekend out. That was really great. Big sighs over the sour note, but overall, I really this on Saturday, and at the event, the excitement, the happiness, the breath of release for most of the day that I saw our guests and vendors have when they would come in and just relax, and whether it was letting their kids have fun and enjoy themselves and seeing them happy, or it was just themselves just relaxing and grabbing some crafts or participating in class. Excuse me. That was the real triumph of the weekend, and of this past 10 years of DFW Pagan Community Fest. DFW Pagan Unity Fest. Wow. But you can see where the focus is for me, right? Community. Yeah, so thank you so much once again for watching and stopping by, and for being here for this Witchcraft Wednesday, or whenever you're watching this, whenever I get this up on my vlog, up on my channel. Hopefully it's today. But yeah, do the things like share, subscribe, look after each other, watch out for the helpers. If you've been seeing my unboxing videos this year, and over on my blog on Ko-fi, or on my blog, anywhere really, I try to say remember to look out for the helpers, and I try to share links of, I also have on my link tree, you will always see some helpers linked there, because in any day and age and time and place, be a helper, look for the helpers give us hope, the helpers shine the light in these dark times, and shine the light in the light times too, love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Do the things like share, subscribe, tune in. My unboxing video will be up by Friday, by the way, for this month's unboxing, so you're gonna get a two for ones. Either way, I'm getting caught up on that. That's what's back here, by the way. Here, sneak peek. All right, no mas. That's all you get. That's all you get. Just a taste. It's weird ending this. All right, it's been a minute. All right, it's been a while since I have wished with you and just sang a weird song. All right, you're welcome. All right, love you guys. Bye. Do good, be good, be kind, be courteous. Make me proud. Make yourself proud. Because that's all we got. Bye. Love you guys. Bye. Bye. Do the thing. Like, share, subscribe.